Hi, Leo. Thanks for taking my call.
Thanks for calling.
I am sort of a stickler for maintaining my desktop. I'm running Windows 7, and I'm currently using a program called Advanced System Care Pro. Do you have any opinions on that?
Not familiar with it. Let me go look at it. I'll tell you, in general, OCD, while sometimes useful in life, is probably not necessary these days on a computer. Okay, I see. It's a registry cleaner. My general feeling about these kinds of programs are a well-designed operating system shouldn't need this kind of maintenance. And most of the time, companies that sell these kinds of products are selling you snake oil. So it says, basic system clean, fix, and optimization. Ultimate system tune-up. Up to 300% internet speed-up with Internet Booster. Real-time optimization with Active Optimize. I'm reading their list of features. Deep Windows registry clean. Maximum hard drive performance. None of this you need. It's all made up. I'll tell you why. Registry is a good example. Now, this was a horrendous decision on the part of Microsoft. And it goes back 30 years to 1995, the Windows 95 registry, which was to put all the settings, everything, for every program in a giant hairball file that you can't, it's not text, you have to use a special program to look into. And this file, oh, by the way, can't be larger than 2 gigabytes or it's really going to be problematic. So the idea of a registry cleaner was born. You can edit the registry, but you do so at your own peril because it's very easy to delete something critical that the system needs. You can actually, with a registry editor, because those changes are instantaneous, make your computer unbootable. So the idea of an automated registry cleaner was born, and there are a number of these like CCleaner, that's the best known. The problem with that is if it's aggressive, it can cause the same problems. It can break things. And if it's not aggressive, it's not really going to do anything of value. So, in my opinion, a registry cleaner is very much overhyped. In the days of Windows 95 and 98, you did need a disk optimizer because the operating systems were too dumb to keep the disk files in a sequential order. They'd spray them all over the system. There's two things have happened. First of all, that doesn't matter on modern computers with solid-state drives because there is no access time. They're random access, so it doesn't matter. In fact, the hard drive itself takes over the task of where to put data, doing something called wear leveling to make sure that no cell gets too much activity. So that's disk optimization is actually not only pointless on solid-state drives, it's bad. You shouldn't do it. And modern operating systems, like the one you're using, NTFS, Modern File Systems and Operating Systems, Macintosh's HFS, Hierarchical File System, handle this automatically anyway. They optimize the disk. So that's not needed. What else does it do? So that's maximum hard drive performance. Optimizing internet access. I don't even know how it would do that. There's no magic there. Used to be, a lot of this comes from the old days where this stuff was new. Used to be you could modify the maximum transmission unit or MTU size to optimize internet access. You don't do that anymore. You don't need to do that. Software is much smarter than it used to be. In fact, Windows is better at this than any third-party program, particularly since you don't really want third-party programs mucking around in there. Auto RAM clean, come on. Really? Again, comes from the days of Windows 3.1. Remember QEMM, the memory manager? Old folks will remember all of these programs, and that's why these programs exist, because old folks like me remember, oh, I used to have to optimize my system memory, my RAM. You don't do that anymore. Any modern operating system is going to do a great job managing memory. That's, by the way, why you don't see as many crashes as before. Systems are well written. So, in my opinion, the best thing you can do is not use these. Oftentimes, these kinds of background processes are what's really slowing down your computer. Having this running all the time in the background, what do you think that's going to do to your performance? That's bad. the best thing you can do is keep your system optimized, up to date by getting all the patches when they come out and applying them. Deleting or uninstalling programs you don't need, and being very careful about what you install to make sure that none of those programs come from sources that are going to be running in the background. A lot of security software slows your system down. Ad software, you get a special browser tool, a toolbar that you don't want that. Get rid of that. Don't install anything you don't absolutely want on your system. That's going to help. And then if you're worried about your registry, in my opinion, the only viable, safe, and effective way to fix that is to start over once in a while. Every year or so, just wipe your drive, back up your data, make sure it's a good chance to make sure you have a good data backup, wipe your drive and reinstall Windows. Everything works better. And then be very judicious and slow about reinstalling apps you don't need. People feel like if you arrange everything just so, it's like that, I always used to think my car ran better after going to the car wash. It just seemed faster, right? Well, obviously it's not. You just feel better about it. That's what these do. They're placebos. Leo Laporte, the tech guy.